Welcome back to Story in 5 Pages. If you're new here, this segment is called Ask Storyinfive. It's where we, certified life coaches, give viewers advice for how to solve their problems. Today's dilemma is called How Do I Get It to Stop?
My daughter was born in the early 70s and lived with me from birth until about 31. She has been on medicine for schizophrenia since age 12. During the time she lived with me, she hoarded her bedroom and her car. She had piles of half eaten food in containers, cups, trash in general, dirty clothes, and well, you name it. It was all over the room. It got so bad that she could not even open the door all the way. Luckily for her, she was quite thin at the time, so she could easily squeeze her body in and out. I repeatedly asked her to clean up, but she ignored me. I finally gave her an ultimatum that she either clean up or find somewhere else to live. My mom, another daughter, and myself owned a triplex. Three houses linked together with entrance access from one to the other. My mom's house was vacant, and she had recently passed away. She willed the house to my other daughter, making her two-thirds owner of the triplex. My other daughter allowed my youngest daughter to move next door, so to speak. When she moved out of my house, my older daughter called a professional cleaning service to clean out that overflowing bedroom. In all, they carted off 25 hefty trash bags of half full and empty food containers, 165 used cups, and a trash bag full of dirty plastic utensils. They also threw out an old cot that had a million mice embedded in it. However, I never noticed any mice anywhere else in my house. Fast forward 15 years, she's been living in my mom's house. The entire house is now hoarded. There isn't a single spot of floor, furniture, or bed visible in any room, including the bathroom. Stuff is piled up to the ceiling in every room. Now her hoarding has seeped back over to my house. She started leaving things in my living room and kitchen. She orders a lot of items off of QVC and Amazon. Each new package finds its way into my house on my floor and my furniture. I'm at my wits' end. I don't want to call the health department. They may condemn the house. Every time I try to talk to her, she blows up and accuses me of hating her. I don't know what else I can do.
Wowza. This is intense. On top of being a certified life coach, I also hold a master's degree in psychology. I say that just to show y'all I'm not talking out the side of my neck. I mean, I am coming up with it off the top, but there is some theory behind my responses. Usually, hoarding is associated with some sort of trauma or PTSD, as well as feeling out of control. Schizophrenia and hoarding are often comorbid. I know you said your daughter is taking medicine for schizophrenia, but has she ever seen a therapist who specializes in hoarding that can help figure out whether her hoarding tendencies are linked to her mental health issues? I'm gonna guess no, since you said no one knows about her hoarding. I'm not saying the two issues have to be related, but it's worth looking into. And I'm kind of wondering why she and the therapist have not worked on this or gotten to the root cause of the hoarding, because if she's consistently seeing a therapist, there should have been some progress over time. But it's possible that the therapist she sees for the schizophrenia is not well versed in issues of hoarding and likely doesn't even know that she hoards since it's been swept under the rug. So you might want to suggest, or maybe surprise, bring a hoarding therapist to the home. But treatment is really only successful when the person wants the help. It's also worth looking into whether your daughter is actually consistently taking the medicines prescribed to her. If not, that can open up a whole other can of worms. The hoard is a safety issue. What if there's a fire? What if she needs emergency care and the ambulance has to be called? If the first responders were even able to get to her, they'll be obligated to report the condition of the home. What if she has company over and they see the house in that condition? What if they call and report it to the fire marshal or adult protective services? This could lead to a slew of other unintended consequences, such as condemning the house or even an involuntary committal of your daughter, especially with the schizophrenic diagnosis. So while I understand that this might be a bit embarrassing for you and you might want to keep it hush hush, it's likely that the secret will come out at some point anyway, and all the consequences will be felt by everyone. So it's best if you get in front of it, right? What about pests? You mentioned there were some in her room, but not in the rest of the house. You don't want that to become an issue again, and the pests do cross over into the other homes of the triplex. You and your other daughter should sit the hoarder down and have a serious conversation about the potential consequence of her hoarding behaviors. If she refuses to comply with cleaning out the house or accepting help with cleaning it out, then you have to make a decision about whether you want to deal with the disruptive consequences associated with her hoarding or give her an ultimatum: clean up or get out. Sometimes people don't learn until they're placed in a really uncomfortable situation. She'll find that no other homeowner or establishment will allow her to live like that on their property. If you go the ultimatum route, you have to stick to it. You gave her an ultimatum before, but ultimately you caved because she just moved in next door. A next door that's not even separated from your house, because you can get from one home to the next without actually going outside. She's already filled that house to the brim, too. There have been no consequences for her. So why would she do anything different? You and your other daughter are the ones experiencing the consequences. Not being firm and addressing her behavior and keeping it hidden has really enabled her. Tell her she can't store items at your house or her sister's other house. Neither of you deserve to be so uncomfortable in your own homes or be subjected to vermin who carry a host of diseases that are attracted to a trash mountain. At some point, you have to start thinking of your own well being. I think she should put her foot down. What do y'all think? Leave your advice in the comments. Remember to be kind. If you enjoyed this video, check out our channel. We have a ton of other ones and we're constantly uploading. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Catch you in the next one. Okay, thanks. Bye.